Most people treat diverticulitis with medication alone.
But few know that specific herbs and the right diet can dramatically reduce gut inflammation. Let's explore how it works.
How are you?
Good. So new year, new start. And what topic you like to talk today?
Well, I think we can talk about diverticulitis since it's such a common issue that a lot of people deal with.
Yes. And what's the main symptoms of diverticulitis?
So usually it's abdominal pain, feeling maybe nauseous or like you can't eat much. Since it's infectious, you can also get a fever and feel sick.
And also bleeding, right? And fresh blood bleeding. Yeah. And the reason we have this diverticulitis is the inflammation, right?
Yeah, in the colon. There's little pockets that form in the colon over time, and usually they form from a lot of pressure and gas pressure with age. So people who are a little bit older tend to develop these pockets that can sometimes get infected in the colon.
So the pocket, that means that part of the colon, right, become thinner.
Right.
And it does not move regularly. So probably something triggers inflammation. And my experience is the histamine cause a lot of inflammation. And people who eat a lot of nuts and seeds, and they tend to have this digestive issue. Even the nuts and seeds are very nutritious, but if you eat handful every day, then it increases your histamine level. Then you inflame the gut lining. So what's your opinion about the...
Yeah, I think the evidence is kind of mixed on the nuts and seeds right now, because at one point they thought that was a major issue, but as of the latest research, it seems like they're not so sure. I think that it really depends more on the fiber and the movement of the bowels, as you said, right? So if things are stagnating and staying put in one area, then it can lead to the bacteria kind of growing out of control and leading to inflammation and possibly an infection.
Yes. And you did some research about using herbs for diverticulitis?
Yeah, so I was researching just different studies that have been done across the world, and I found a very interesting study down out of Japan in 2019 on burdock root tea. So they had people drink burdock root tea 3 times a day for 5 years, people who had a history of diverticulitis. And they found that their rate of recurrence, getting this diverticulitis again, was significantly lower. It was about 10% versus 30% of the people who did not drink the burdock root tea.
The burdock root, actually you can buy it from Whole Food, and it's actually one of the ingredients in 5-element soup, which we use that for cancer patients when they are having chemo and radiation. They have diarrhea, they have nausea, and then we have this 5-element soup. One of the ingredients is burdock. So you cook mushroom, carrot, burdock, and daikon leaf. So that's 5 elements. And so you cook that. I actually cooked that for my father when he had lung cancer. He went through all the chemo and radiation, and he couldn't. The blood cells tend to go lower, then you have to stop the chemo. But we cook this 5 elements. I bought it fresh, and then I cut it and I cook. And I asked my father drink the soup, and then I eat the leftover, all of the vegetables, and I find that it really helping the digestion, move the bowel regularly, increase the peristalsis. And my father becomes so hungry even after chemo with that, and he never developed a nausea or low blood cell count.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's thought that the burdock is anti-inflammatory too. So
yes, and burdock, we also use that in Chinese herbal formula to help the lung function. Yeah, that's why my father, when he had lung cancer, so we use that. But I think it's good to, you said you did a research, is that for capsule or root?
it was actually the tea of the root.
The tea of the root. Yeah. Is that Japanese?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was a
yeah.
Japanese study done in
Yes.
Japan. So
Yes.
I didn't do the actual study, but I read through the literature.
Which journal do you remember? I can search that.
I don't remember which journal, but it was published in 2019.
2019.
Yeah, and it was over the course of 5 years, so it was a pretty substantial, like, long study. People were very compliant, drinking the burdock tea 3 times every day.
Yeah.
So,
do you know where we can get a burdock tea?
I think at some of the health food stores you can get some burdock root, right? Or just the tea in the packets for you to boil.
Yes. And I think like people who don't like put different herb together, it's actually multi-targeting. So they can use burdock tea to start. And if they still have episode, then, you know, I can put a formula together. So that way, you know, you can target different organs, the gut, the circulation, the inflammation. So that way, you know, reduce the inflammation, then, you know, you stop the bleeding, stop the indigestion, diarrhea.
Right, and help the gut kind of move along, and so that things don't sit in there and stay for a long time where they're not supposed to be.
Yes.
So there's a lot of herbs that help with digestion, you know. Like I think chamomile can help tremendously with just inflammation in the gut and any spasms if people get abdominal pain or cramps.
Yes.